for Felons is a movement that is geared towards changing the policies that negatively affect the conditions of felons. And we also hope to bring about implementation of policies that would improve the chances of felons in society. It is a problem to be labeled a felon because if a felon, being labeled a felon is a stigma, much like it is being handicapped or LGBT. These are stigmatized groups. And so what happens is when the rights of the stigmatized groups are not protected, that opens them to discrimination from the rest of society. Now, in the case of handicaps and LGBT, their rights are protected. You can't tell an LGBT or a handicap that they cannot get a job because of their status. However, with felons, that's happening all the time. And so we want to bring change to that. We want protection of their rights because we believe that if you don't protect the rights of the guilty, you will endanger the rights of the innocent. And so what happens is the discrimination leads to the felons reoffending and committing crimes again and going back to prison. And here's a quote from the late great Coretta Scott King. She said that you cannot piecemeal freedom for the purposes of political or economic convenience. You cannot grant freedom to one group and deny it to another. So along those same lines, you cannot protect the rights of this stigmatized group, and leave the other stigmatized group unprotected. So we want protection. We want, the government to protect felons' rights, and so because there are certain factors. Research shows that there are certain factors that are correlated to crime, and that is one is unemployment, lack of education, low socioeconomic status, and unstable living environments. All these problems plague the average felon. All these problems that I have mentioned plague the average felon, and so this is a problem. And I echo the words of U.S. Senator for Kentucky, Rand Paul, when he said that the system is broken. Okay, there is a disproportionate representation of minorities in the prison. So the minorities make up the majority of the prisons. This is a problem, and if you study the minority groups, they are the ones who struggle with lack of education, poverty. These are the groups. And so Future for Felons is a movement that wants to bring about social change.
And so is there? You say this Future for Felons?
Yes.
Is there something going on, or do you have a march or something?
Yes, we've actually done a couple of marches, and we are right now working on a rally in Blytheville. Yesterday, we were at the city council meeting with our banner standing out there. So and then the next major march will be posted. In fact, the Blytheville rally, as soon as I get a date and location and all that set up, it will be posted on our page and on radio, and so that's what we're doing.
Okay, so if people listening right now would like to be or get involved with this, what do they need to do?
As of right now, they can connect with the page Future for Felons. And once they like the page, then they will be and follow it. Then they will be in the know about when the rally is coming up or when the next march is coming up. That kind of thing. We are in the process of building a website, and that way that people can follow that way too. And so that's where things are at right now.
Okay, so it's a Facebook page, is that right?
It's a Facebook.
And what is it called again?
Future for Felons. It's a white background with the red letters. We've noticed now when once you type Future for Felons, that's the page that comes up.
Okay, so fantastic. So again, you can find them on Facebook, Future for Felons.
Yes.
And then just follow that page, and you guys will get updated when you have different things coming up in the future.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, fantastic. Well, good deal. Thanks for coming on the show and sharing with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. We are live at the Indiana Baptist Clinic Wellness Center, Phillips Drive in Jonesboro with me.